everyone, it's Marina Gonzalez and I'm happy to be finally doing this video for my channel. And first off, I want to say Happy New Year. It's a new year, it's finally 2020, and you know what that can mean. A new year means trying out new things, and that's exactly what I'm going to be doing for this video. I'm going to be trying out this sort of brand new hairstyle that I just recently came up with. And what it is, it's going to be a half up, half down curled look. And this hairstyle, it can be worn for basically any kind of event, because it can be worn for like whether a formal or fancy event. It could be for prom or a casual nice event. So it's basically it could basically be for anything. I'm very excited to teach you. I think it's a very pretty look that a lot of girls can wear, and I also hope you all enjoy like the styling process or just the video. So I think that's probably about it, and let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to be putting my hair up into a half up ponytail. So I'm just taking my brush and I'm brushing it all back. And then starting from the front of your ears all the way like up to the middle of the back of your head, I'm using my fingers and I'm just moving it upwards to the middle of my head. And then I'm just grabbing all the hair that I want and I'm taking out any random hair from underneath. And I use my brush to help brush it all back and to help gather up all the hair that I want. And I'm also using the brush, and you see as I'm brushing it underneath, I'm just helping to avoid any like tangles in my hair and also help avoid like any random hair that may fall out. So I'm taking my brush and I'm just trying to smooth out the top of my head and to help gather up any of the hair that I want to help form the ponytail. So once I have all the hair that I want, I'm going to take an elastic and then I'm just going to gently start pulling it through the elastic. So as you see the way I pull the hair through the elastic, I'm gently pulling it through. You don't want to pull on it too hard, because pulling the ponytail through the elastic too hard could cause like a lot of random pieces out of the smooth out top to stick out. You don't want to get any weird pieces to stick out, because that can always be a pain sometime. So just gently pull the hair through the elastic and everything will stay in place on the top. And another thing, you also want to make sure that the elastic stays nice and tight. You don't want to wear a loose elastic, because it can cause pieces from the top to stick out. And you always want to keep the top nice and smooth. And I'm just gently pulling the hair through just to make sure it all stays in place. And I'm taking my brush and I'm brushing out the ponytail from underneath just to help brush out any tangles before I start curling everything. So now that we have formed the ponytail, it is now time to start curling everything. But first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the ponytail and I'm going to split it in half. So you see with my hands, it's hard to see from the back. I split the ponytail in half and I just pull both halves over my shoulder just to make it easier to curl everything. So now I'm going to go ahead and start curling that first half of my hair. I'm only going to curl like 3 or 4 pieces on camera, and then I'm going to curl the rest of it off camera just for time's sake, because as you can see, I have so much hair and it's pretty long. It does take me a while to curl all of my hair because I have so much of it. So it's just for time's sake. So it's just going to be for time's sake, just to help avoid like any wasted time. So you see right there, I just grab a small piece and then I curl it on the iron and slide it off. So after I curl this one piece right here, I'm going to skip through curling this half of my ponytail and then move on to curling the other half of the ponytail. I'm going to recurl this piece one more time because it didn't come out pretty good. So now we are going to skip through this. And as you see, I've already curled one half of the ponytail. Now it's time to move on and curl the other half. And you're just going to be doing the same thing. You're just going to grab small pieces of the ponytail, and then you're just going to curl it on the iron and then slide it off. I'm also going to skip through the curling process of this half as well, like I said, just for time's sake. I'm only going to curl like 3 or 4 pieces on camera. So now that I curled the ponytail, I curled both halves now. We are going to go ahead and curl the rest of my hair, which is the bottom half. As you see, I split it in half and pulled them over my shoulders. So now I'm going to take my iron and then just go ahead and curl everything in small pieces. I'm also speeding through this whole process, just for time's sake. Like I said, I have so much hair and it does take me a while to curl all of it. If any of you start to wonder what kind of iron I'm using, don't worry, I will leave a description over in the description box when I upload this video. Now after I curl this last piece, I'm now going to go ahead and curl the other half. And you're just doing the same thing. You're just going to take your hair in small pieces and then you're just going to go ahead and curl on the iron and then slide it off. And don't worry, I will tell you what type of iron I am using in the description box because I have 5 different irons with this curling wand that I use. Now after I curl this last piece, the whole curling process will be complete. So now that we have curled all the hair, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to be taking my little comb right there and I'm going to tease the underside of my ponytail. So you see I'm just grabbing the ponytail in sections and then I'm teasing it by combing it backwards on the underside, because this is going to help give my ponytail some more volume, and it's also going to like add a little more fluffiness to it. It also helps break up the curls a little bit just to keep them from like meshing together, because that's sometimes, because it's always good to like try to like brush through the curls a little bit with your fingers or with a comb, just to help them, just to keep them from meshing together, and then you end up having to worry about breaking them up later in the day. So you see I just go by in like 3 or 4 sections, and then I'm teasing the underside of it just to add a little more poof and volume to the ponytail. And I am doing my best to try to turn around and show you exactly what I'm doing. So you see right there, it's just like right there on the underside of the ponytail. So now that the teasing of the ponytail is done, so let me go back and tease that a little bit more. Because as you see right there, it adds a little more fluff to the ponytail. So now that the teasing is done, as you see, I am taking my fingers and I'm kind of brushing through the curls on the bottom half a little bit, just to help break them up a little bit, and also to keep them from like meshing together, and then I end up worrying about breaking them up later in the day. And I'm also brushing my fingers through the ponytail a little bit. And then I'm just going to take my hairspray and then I'm going to spray all my curls just to help give them some extra hold and to help them last all day long. And I'm also spraying the top, the smoothed out top of the ponytail, just to help hold down any frizz. Now that everything has been curled, the last thing we're going to do is I'm going to take this satin ribbon and I'm going to tie it around the elastic of the ponytail. This helps make my look, makes this hairstyle look a little more cute and a little more prettier. Well, in my opinion, of course. I always love wearing ribbons with certain types of hairstyles that I wear, because I think they make my hair like look a little more pretty and a little more cute. That's why I like to wear them. So you see, I just tie it around the elastic, and then I'm going to grab both of the laces, and then I'm going to form it into a nice pretty bow. And also, you don't have to use the exact same bow that I'm wearing. You can use any type of color bow that you want. So once the bow is done, once I have tied the bow around the ponytail, this hairstyle is now complete. I really hope you all love this hairstyle, especially with the bow, because it looks so pretty with it. So once you've tied the bow on, this hairstyle will now be complete. And there you have it, you guys. So that's how you do this curled half up, half down hairstyle. And I have to say, it is now one of my favorites. I really love it. It's such a pretty look that you can wear. And I think it looks even more prettier with this ribbon in my hair. I love to wear ribbons because I think like my hair looks a lot more cuter every time I wear it. It just adds like a more prettier look every time I wear these ribbons. So, but anyway, so I really hope you all enjoy this video. I hope you love the hairstyle, and remember to please subscribe to my channel and leave your comments and questions below, and I will see you all in my next video. Mwah! Bye!